Have you ever wondered how tall the Hazen Water Tower actually is? Probably not, but it was our group's job to find that out. Our first objective was to find the distance between the point from which we were measuring and the water tower. But unfortunately, we may have been arrested if we took the easy way out, so we made two triangles to find this distance, which we called y. To make the first triangle, we measured from the junior parking lot. To make the 90-degree angle of this triangle, we used this cardboard square. Not perfect, but it worked for this project. We lined it up with our point of reference, which was right there. Then we measured out a length of measuring tape parallel to the box. We chose it to be 10 feet long. Then we used a yardstick at the end of the 10 feet to line it up back with our point of reference. Using a protractor, we measured this angle to be about 80 degrees, as this picture shows. However, after more careful measurements, we found the angle to actually be 85 degrees. As the cake shows, the tangent of 85 equals y over 10, or opposite over adjacent. This equation told us that the distance between us and the junior parking lot and the water tower was 114 feet, or almost 40 yards. This seemed as if it was a reasonable distance when compared to the soccer field a short ways below us. Now for the second triangle that would tell us the tower's height, or as we called it, x. To find x, Guillermo stood from where we made our 90-degree angle, and lining up the yardstick with the top of the water tower, found that the angle opposite x was 45 degrees. This means that our second triangle was really an isosceles triangle, meaning the water tower's height was equivalent to the distance it was from us, or 114 feet. Just to be sure, we checked with the equation, again on the cake. The tangent of 45 equals x over 114 feet. This gave us that x equals 114 feet. We now had to take into account that the location from which we were measuring was not at the same elevation as the base of the tower. To find the elevation, Guillermo ran down to the soccer field with a yardstick that he stretched above his head. Guillermo and the yardstick is about 9 feet tall, and from where I stood in the parking lot, it looked that the elevation change couldn't be more than 7 feet. Adding this to x, we concluded that the height of the water tower is about 121 feet, or a little over 40 yards high.